The Walt Disney Company, commonly known as Disney, is an American, diversified, multinational mass media and entertainment conglomerate headquartered in Burbank, California. It is the world's second largest media conglomerate in terms of revenue. Disney was founded in 1923 and established itself as a leader in the American animation industry before diversifying into live-action film production, television, and theme parks. In this presentation, we will be comparing Disney to Merlin Entertainment, which is a British-based company headquartered in Dorset, which operates 124 attractions, 13 hotels, and 5 holiday villages in 24 countries. In this presentation, we will begin with an external analysis focusing on both companies, including Porter's 5 forces, a pestle analysis, competitor benchmarking, and strategic grouping. We will also be including an internal analysis comparing both companies.
Hi, I'm Lauren, and today myself, Davisa and Noura are going to be talking about the external analysis for Disney and Merlin.
I'll be covering Porter's 5 forces for both companies, Walt Disney Parks and Resorts and Merlin Entertainment. And they are, as we know, they are huge companies, and the threat of new entrants is very high, and the exit barriers as well are very high. In order to get the permission to open a new park, it takes 3 to 5 years and another 3 years to build it. For example, Paramount Studios, they want to open a new theme park in Kent, and they got the proposal in 2012. But in 2018 they will start building it, and hopefully it will open until 2021 during the Easter. Moreover, the cost to open a new theme park is very high, and for the London Paramount Studios it will be around £2 billion, and it's not very easy to get that amount of money. So as we said earlier, the exit and the entry barriers are very high, so there are very few main players in this industry. Due to the fact that there are only few players who create the amusement found in almost all the attraction parks, they have a very high power, and so they can affect the pricing of their services and of their products as well. But there is a trade as well, which is International Association of Amusement Parks, which helps the companies and their suppliers to have a fair trade and fair prices, so they don't pay too much or too little towards their suppliers. The threat of substitute products in the visitor attraction and entertainment industry is very high, because there are lots of available other activities that the customers can choose. And these parks are usually located outside of the cities, which makes them difficult to reach, and people may choose something more convenient and less expensive.
Now I will be talking about the pestle for Disney and Merlin. A major concern for the political factor is the threat of Brexit. Both companies have many theme parks in Europe, including Germany Hyde Park and Disneyland Paris. This means that UK visitors may decrease because they are unable to travel in and out of Europe more easily. For the economical factor, according to the Office of National Statistics, gross disposable income is increasing slowly every year. This means that people have more money to go to luxuries like theme parks. Disney also have the benefit, unlike Merlin, of having a wider range of theme parks worldwide, meaning that if there is a recession in one country, they still have the other destinations to rely on. A social factor to consider is that there may be a population decrease due to Brexit, which will only affect Merlin's theme parks, which are in the UK. Also, for Disney, there is a capacity problem, as there is too much demand and not enough space. This is in Disneyland Hong Kong, where they are investing $1.4 billion to make sure that there is an expansion. A similarity that they both have is to make sure that their technology is always up to date, as they make sure that machinery is new. Both companies have had major incidents, meaning that their rides have broken down, and this has cost them not only money but also a bad reputation. The environmental issues include poor weather conditions, which may affect visitor numbers. Another problem is air pollution, which is a major effect for Disneyland, because many people will travel worldwide to visit their theme parks such as Disneyland Paris and Disneyland Orlando. The final factor is the legal, which is important for companies to have because they have so many theme parks worldwide that there is different laws to abide to. However, Merlin don't really have this problem as their theme parks are mainly in the UK and Europe. However, due to Brexit, this may cause some issues with legal factors. Whereas Disney, they have theme parks worldwide and need to abide to different rules.
Now I'm going to pass over to Nura, who is going to talk about strategic positioning of both companies in the industry.
What we have found out is that both Disney and Merlin are performing very similarly in satisfying the key factors for success in both their domestic and international operations. However, the difference is that Merlin does not enjoy the same weather-friendly conditions in their domestic markets, such as Disney does. Another thing that we notice is that OCD Parks China does not have any international operations, nor there is any evidence that they have any significant intellectual property to rely on. However, they have enjoyed a massive increase in attendance and profitability. This places OCD Parks China in a very unique strategic group segment of the market, where they, despite their very low geographic coverage, they are enjoying a very high visitor attendance. To provide some more understanding about this, now Lauren will look into the external environment affecting the industry.
Today, me, Stephen and Zeliha will be all discussing the internal analysis for both Disney and Merlin Entertainment.
Part of the McKinsey 7S is style, and this is known as the culture, and Walt Disney have a typical style where they go about how they promote their company, how they work with their own culture, and this includes inside and outside work. So this could be a charity way, different initiative, how to do development, creativity, but always thinking how to keep customer retained. The strongest skill that Walt Disney Company has to offer is that they rely on dedicated, competitive, world-class supplier base to collaborate with their sourcing professional and work within their infrastructure to bring the Disney magic to life. That could be films where young children are related to it, that could be products where young children are more related to it, and that could be adults with their theme parks where it's bringing something new rides, new technology and so on. In this part of the McKinsey 7, I'll talk about the shared value. One of Walt Disney's key value, aside from making, is that they are committed in keeping a well-good name on how they do business. They are committed to conducting business, creating products in an ethical manner. As part of the company's policy, they are fostered a safe, inclusive and respectful workplace wherever Disney branded products are made worldwide.
So today I'm going to be talking about the value chain for both Merlin and Disney. First of all, to start off with Merlin Entertainment. Merlin Entertainment has theme parks and loads of resorts around the world, including various countries. They give value to their customers by a lot of different ways. Let me just describe what value chain is first, and then I'll go into Merlin directly. First of all, value chain analysis is a very beneficial tool for working out how companies give the best value to their customers. Value chain is a useful way to analyse the value of a company and how it does useful practice to create the most value for your customer.
I'll be talking about resource and competence framework for both Merlin and for Disney. In order to have the ability to compete with organisations in the marketplace, Merlin Entertainment have various characteristics from their competence from the organisation. In order to Merlin to survive in the industry, their competence are a must. This is why Merlin Entertainment does not stand alone in the industry. So in other words, they can't be a useful company if they are standing alone.
Here we see the SWOT analysis for Disney. Its strengths are that it has a strong product portfolio, it has a very good reputation, and it has a high competency in acquisitions. Its weaknesses, however, are that it is heavily income dependent from North America. Also, it has few opportunities for growth. Opportunities include growth of the entertainment industry in emerging markets, such as film production in other countries. Threats include intense competition, increasing rate of piracy, international competitors, and pressure from political factors such as Brexit, which could lower visitor attendance. Here we see the SWOT analysis for Merlin Entertainment. Its strengths include an existing distribution and sales network, high growth rate, and the fact that it operates in a domestic market. Its weaknesses are mainly that it has no international attraction parks. Opportunities include international attraction parks, venture capital, and the possibility for film production. However, its threats include intense competition, risk of new entrants, and increasing costs. The Ansoff matrix establishes the ways in which Disney and Merlin can better their products and services. Therefore, we can understand that in order to penetrate into new markets, it is necessary for Disney to make new films, and similarly for Merlin to open new parks globally. Also, opening new parks in the Middle East and producing films would allow for a brand new market to open. Diversification through live shows, implementing virtual reality, and similarly video game production will be necessary for Disney and Merlin to continue enjoying high revenue and worldwide success.